It's game time, we ain't playing with you. It's game time, it's game time, we ain't playing with you. That's how we ball for y'all.
Hey, hit me. What up, what up, what up, what up? You were rocking with Dupop.
And Jamel, we're here again.
Yo, thanks for joining for episode 41. You know what I
right.
do. We clapping it up. How's everything with you, nephew?
Everything's been good. How about yourself?
Oh, everything's good, man. You know, the summertime.
Right.
Little chilly day, but it was cool. You know, it was actually nice day, nice weekend. You know, we got 4th of July coming up.
Definitely.
4th of July. Everybody be safe out there for 4th of July. You know, the fireworks go crazy in the city. Everybody's always popping those fireworks out everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes, you know. But let's get into some topics that was going on throughout the whole week, this week. Yeah.
Right.
I guess let's drop in some music. I got some new music. So it looks like JT and Young Jeezy got up together, collaborated. Also dropped a video with that too. It's called OK. JT from the City Girls. That was a nice little collaboration because Jeezy, for him to come and collaborate, especially with that beat. That beat is definitely definitely 100% Jeezy beat. You know, and her, she's always spitting up with her bars. Then she kind of divided from the City Girls, but she's doing her own thing too. But yeah, I like that track. You know, I like that. You know,
Yeah.
I thought it was good energy for the summer. You know, I'm rocking with that one. I'm give a little sample of that if I can find it. But oh my God, Jeezy to still come back there and spit those bars, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not playing with them, yo. He's not playing with them. He said, "I ain't taking the summer off." You know, I ain't taking the summer off.
Nope. You want to let everybody know there's more out there than just the Drake and the the Kendrick.
And
Yeah.
Kendrick, yeah, with Drizzy and K Dot. You know, he's like, nah, yo.
It's like I make music too. Come listen.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 20 summers. You know, all this Drake and Kendrick talk. Oh man, but yeah, definitely cool song.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the flow that he switched up on this time.
Yeah, I mean, Jeezy gonna give you Jeezy, you know. Still having fun,
Yeah.
so it's like can't go wrong the way he's just having fun with it. There we go. Yeah, I like Jeezy part. You already killed that joint. He was.
I'm pretty than a motherfucker. Hoes be looking okay.
Alright,
Fucking with me, is this bitch okay?
okay. You know, going right to it, and all okay. And Jeezy. But yeah, no, Jeezy still give you them bars, and then he still going hard at it. That's a
Mm-hmm.
nice joint. I like that joint. Also shot the video to that joint too, so you know check out that. Check out the JT and Jeezy, Young Jeezy. Okay, good collaboration for them too. You know, good collaboration. I guess we could stick on the I guess the women. You know, women been going hard. You know, Rilla Glow.
Right.
You know, she had TGIF. That was a crazy video. You seen the video?
Yeah.
The video goes with the song because it's like okay, if you don't play too much of the song, but then you see the video, it all matches together because you like having fun. You know, showing off her new body. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can say that. You know, she recently got her breast done. And show so having fun. You know, it's having fun too.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a cool track to rock with too.
Right.
For the summer.
She bring that party energy in like everything she do. The music, the video, so it definitely flows. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's it. Women trying to kill it. You know, Gorilla Glow. She you know, she been I talked about with the remix with the Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. So for her to still keep dropping music, you know, she's keep going. You know.
Yeah. She's having a lot of good success. That's good
Yeah,
for a new artist too.
yeah, man. Some good music coming from the ladies. I ain't mad at it. No, I'm mad at it. Good music coming from the ladies. You know, what else I got over there? I got some R&B.
Right.
I get to do Jeremiah, Chris Brown, Bryson Tiller. Wait on it. So I was surprised they did a video about that, but it was a dope collaboration. To get them all together. So I remember recently, you know, Bryson Tiller talked about how he want to he want a collaboration with R&B artists because when he wants to make sure everybody kind of just collaborates and get along and do kind of project. So for them to do that song, I was like, okay, yeah, you know,
Hmm.
to have them three, I think that's the first time. I think that's the first time 'cause I know him. He just collaborated with Chris Brown, but for him, Jeremiah and Chris Brown, I like that song. I like that song. Um, kind of remind me of the song that I got. Wait on it. What? But it's a different concept the way they flipped it. But you know, yeah, I like the video too. I like the video too. That so R&B's back. R&B is definitely staying with it.
Yeah.
You know,
No, the video helped because I was listening to the song and listening how three parts like went together, and it sounded like they were all separate parts. But then once you see the video,
mhm,
and then you realize how they go and how
mhm,
they picked the same girl, but they just had like each one of them had a different time, and even
mhm,
like he was a new guy trying to get with her, but she was like, I don't want to spend no time with you, so he was like, well, wait on it. And then the other one was like the ex, and he
mhm,
was like, "Yo, are you ever gonna come back?" And she was like, "Wait on
mhm.
it."
And then Chris Brown had her, and he was like, when he had her, he
Yeah,
was talking about things they did for her.
yeah,
I got
all
you
the stuff,
this, yeah,
all the new
bought you
stuff you
this,
do.
yeah, took you here, took you
Yeah,
there. So yeah, they was kind of just taking turns. But yeah, no, everybody was cool though. It was cool vocals, cool everything on that.
hmm
It's a nice R&B, cool out. Another summer track.
yeah,
These are some nice summer tracks. Some nice vibes. I was rocking with all of them.
yeah. Those
Mm,
were like chill vibes.
mhm,
When I seen all three of them together, I thought it was gonna be like one of those like real power and
mhm,
like going up with up and down like they did.
mhm.
Like no, like Chris Brown did in the other one. Um, what you call it? What's his name?
Well,
Well,
Bryson,
no, it was Chris Brown. We the best. I forgot what it.
Be Future,
Yeah, we have Future,
mhm,
Chris
and
Brown,
Jeremiah.
and Jeremiah,
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
and
Uh,
August. Yeah,
August I Steal.
yeah,
August I Steal. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I knew something
How
about.
they had all that power up in that song like
Mhm.
that. I thought it was gonna be similar like
No,
that,
no,
but they.
no, no lie. Yeah. When I listened to that track, I was like, damn, it's definitely like a DJ Khaled
Yeah, I'm like,
collaboration. Put them all
there
together.
you go. I was looking for his name.
Yeah, DJ Khaled type of put you all together.
It's like yeah, like
Yeah,
R&B. Yeah, yeah. Come
yeah,
here.
it does sound like one of those something DJ Khaled would try to put together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. Like I like it when the R&B other artists collaboration. It just gives you a different tone
hmm
of them battling. So but yeah, nah, Jeremiah's fire. Chris Brown fire. So Bryson Taylor. So that was a cool collaboration for
hmm
that, and that's on Jeremiah. So Jeremiah got lucky with that one.
Why you say that?
Cause that's his song.
Yeah,
That's his song. So
made a phone call. Yeah.
what I'm saying? Collaboration, put them all together. Yeah, but that's a good. That was a good look. That's a good look. Definitely a good look. Get some pop too. Pop. Camilla. You know, she's dropped a new album called CXOX. Interesting title, but really to talk about is she got two records from Drake. So they have one record called Hot Uptown Jumps. So it sounds like he jumped in his Caribbean bag. He
hmm
got that Caribbean harmonizing. I guess that's what he meant when he said summer vibes. Because this is like a summer vibe type track. Um, and then she did her thing too. She's a cool artist. You know, but it was surprising how he did two tracks on there. So he dropped on another one called Ugly. but it was just him singing.
Yeah,
So
but
that was,
we can't even count it like 2 tracks because he got a whole track to himself. I don't know how you pull that off
I don't
on
know. Yeah.
somebody
I don't
else's
know. That's some,
album.
yo, but
You,
that's a good alley oop.
yeah,
That's an alley oop for
yeah.
her because you know how that goes.
Uh-huh.
But
It's
yeah,
just,
he just took over that whole track. He just took a whole track.
I don't know.
She
But
didn't
she
even.
like gave him a whole track because it seemed like he had more to express probably from that first part of the song
Mm,
that they didn't know what to do with. So they were like, "Hey, we just gonna slide this right here. This extra bonus." We're like, "I'm gonna get paid either way."
hey, everybody loves it when Drake's in his R&B harmonizing bag. So
Yeah, when he in his feelings.
yeah, that was a good track. Ugly, it was a good track. It was a good track. But the up tempo, I got a chance to rock with it for a little while, and I'm rocking with it. I'm rocking with it. I'm definitely rocking with it. And it's Jamaican, Caribbean, Toronto vibes.
Toronto.
Because Toronto they do the Caribbean thing.
Okay.
I forget what his name was. But damn, it was one of the artists. You like him too. Damn. Uh, I can't think of a name. He's definitely tough, but he is on the Jamaican vibe. I forget his name. Damn. But yeah. So I also got into listening to her. I mean, listen to her album a little bit too. I like the track with the girls, Dream Girl. Dream
Mm-hmm.
Girl goes hard. That kind of just sample the Dream,
Yeah.
from his classic hit Shorty's the shit.
Yeah.
So for her to put it in her own, she actually kind of put it in her own little style of it, but she
Mm-hmm.
used mostly the word from word. But it was a cool track. That was a cool track. Um, Even the one with Little Nas X. I seen the video. The video was crazy. So the video's a little bit.
Oh, I didn't see the
Oh
video for
yeah, the
that one.
video's demonetized type stuff, but
It's the demon on.
yeah, you know how he gets. You know how he gets on his weird stuff. But the song is hard. He knows he knows cool vibes. He knows. So that's definitely a vibe for her. That been out, so I've been rocking with it. Um, what else I say? I think it was something with the tears, tears.
Oh,
What
the
is
cry
it?
one.
Tears. There's something. Tears cry. Something. Woman cry.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
Yeah.
when I cry.
Pretty when I cry. That was all right. That one too. She's definitely she touched on different pop topics. She dips and dabs with the hip hop, mixes it in with her own flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's for the women, but it's also she's a cool artist. Yeah, I think seen something saying that she was kind of in this album she was kind of breaking away from having all the songwriters and things like that. She wanted to actually use her words and use her directions. It wasn't more like do this, do that, do that. She was kind of following her direction. So I guess it's cool for her to step out and do that. And she put the album together. I guess she's more hands on putting this album together.
Okay.
You know, she got
Uh-huh.
a couple of tracks that I rock with. I mean, it's more for the girls and things like that, but
Mhm.
it's cool for the pop world. Cool. You think you got a chance to rock with her album?
Yeah, I like the same song.
Okay.
There was a couple of vibes, even though I love you
Mm. Mhm.
and the yeah, definitely with the ugly, the dream girls,
Mhm.
the boat and the June glue was
Ju-
like, yeah, it's the last one.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's like the perfect like little X song.
Mm.
Because it was like you swinging back. You show back at my house. It's like, did your girl know you here?
Okay.
Does
Okay.
she do all the same things I do? And like,
Mm.
nah. So,
Mm.
was you
Okay.
confused? So, it was a lot of questions in there, which was
uh.
kind of interesting. Yes, it was
Okay.
like the perfect X song.
Okay. 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 All right, well, then check out her album. Check out her albums out there too.
Hmm.
CXOX, Camellia. So we got the BET Awards coming up.
Right.
BET Awards on Sunday. I'm looking forward to listening to Lauren Hill. Lauren Hill, sometimes when she pops out, always always great to hear her classics. And then also Um, they always do a little rap battle too. So it's always get like the new artists coming out, and also some the artists want to see who's gonna be doing a rap cipher if they're
Hmm.
gonna do that. That's always fun to watch. Um, then they always do an R&B one too. Sometimes see if they're gonna do an R&B one or they just gonna keep it rap. But we'll see with that. Um, or they do harmonizing type of thing. Switch it up sometimes. But yeah, so they have a couple performance. They said it was gonna be popping out. I think it was what Sexy Red. I know it said it was popping out. She's coming. So I know. Let's see what kind of track she's gonna do. We talked about Victoria Monet. I think she probably gonna do that track. I like. All right. Want to see her dance moves. Her
Right.
dance move. Who else is gonna pop out? Oh yeah, Big Lotto. Big Lotto. Let me see what kind of track she gonna rock with. Um, I think Gorilla Glow is gonna be out there too, so she's gonna be performing. And then probably the night they said Will, because Will just dropped the track. Will Smith, he just dropped the track. So he's gonna probably perform his new track.
Mhm.
They said he's performing his new track.
They may open with that.
Think they're gonna open with it?
Yeah,
I don't know
the kind of spiritual
because that's
uplifting.
spiritual. I would think
Yeah,
they're close with that.
like
You don't think they're close with it?
either way, it can go either way though.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
the
so I
hype
want, I
up.
want to hear that. Yeah, I heard it. I heard a little bit of the track.
Mhm.
Believe it or not, it felt like he was kind of taking Eminem kind of rapping style. Like he borrowed that way, that little bit of cave-ins of his style, of the rapping, but he made it his own way. So um, Will Smith trying something different. So it's what a good inspiration song. So
Mhm. It still sound like old Will to me.
you think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gonna play it so you can hear.
Nah, I mean,
Go ahead.
you said oh well,
Uh huh.
as in like which one? Like summertime?
Like no, that yeah, like a little bit summertime
Like
and after
yeah,
into
like
the new. Yeah,
it
cause it's
still has
still
his flow, but
yeah, it still
but
has this flow with like the words it's gripping together.
but if you listen closely, yeah. So the song is called You Can
Yeah.
Make It." So yeah, it's like a motivation type, you know.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, but it's featuring Friday too.
Yeah.
Friday he does his thing, so it's a cool collaboration that for them to have. Sometimes they cut you off. But yeah, so we're gonna check out that for that BET Awards coming on this Sunday. All right, so I hate to say it, man. I said I don't want to talk, I don't want to be into politics, but I do talk about hot topics, and that debate of Donald Trump and Biden debate was something to talk about. I mean, because we are paying attention to the presidency and see
Got no choice.
just to see what's going on in the world. What side? I am a Democrat, but uh, things are changing. But I'll just get into the debate. So they had a debate, and I thought it was just hilarious. It's always comical. They say that bait got a bunch of memes. Like it's gonna have a
Oh
bunch of
yeah, it
memes
does.
keep going on. But they touched on topics, but they didn't answer the question.
No.
It was like like the questioner kept questioning them, but they kept on just saying what they want to say, and just could clean up whatever they had on their mind, what they wanted to say to each other.
Hmm.
It felt like it wasn't really more answering all the questions, but I mean, he touched on the migration problem. Um, you know, Trump talked about that, but then they were just kind of just throwing shots at each other a lot. Biden took shots at him being a convicted felon, and then he was like, "All right, well, your son's a convicted
Yeah.
felon," you know. So he brought up different topics that was off. Then he talked about him, being with the porn star, uh, and then also being being divorced while his wife was pregnant. Um, but they just didn't really answer all the questions that
No.
in this debate, I mean, Joe Biden looked like he was a little off,
Hmm.
and they talked about that too because you prepare for these type of things. They said Joe Biden was the one who wanted this debate, so they should have came in there prepared. But he didn't finish all the questions of the seconds. They was like, okay, you still got 23 seconds. You still got 82 seconds to answer. Because these are questions that they already know that's coming.
Hmm.
For them to prepare, but and then after I think throughout the whole thing, their expressions on their face was hilarious. It was just hilarious. Uh, Joe was all, he was slipping up.
He
They
real
always,
lost.
they always, he be losing. But I don't know about that guy.
He got another 4 years if you win.
Oh man, they always talk about he look like a robot sometimes. He be looking like a robot sometimes. But and then CNN, they after the fact that it went down, they was going at him. It was like they know they lost that debate. He lost that debate. Um, but Trump, he was just lying his ass off. They went to fact check because after the end they fact checked Trump. They was like, oh, he's lying about this. He was lying about that. He's they had a whole list of all the stuff he lied.
But that's okay.
you
When
know,
it comes to Trump, it's just whatever he said. That's what people want to hear, and
yo,
that's what he gonna say. He starts
yo.
saying the wrong things.
It was like because it was times they were saying it was times that even because if he's lying about certain things, you know Joe has to he
Yeah,
has
Joe
to
has to check him on it.
yeah he has to check them. He has to step in and say no, this is wrong. But he didn't. I don't know, man. I just don't know. But if this is what we got to choose from,
That is all you
I
have
don't
to
even
choose
like. This
from.
is the problem. I don't know. I was like, this is what we got to choose from. I don't. But I see why it's more important to vote for like your mayor, your Congress, you know, that type of thing instead of I mean the presidency is very important. That's what they focus on, but it always ties down to in your community, what's the best thing to vote on. But this is for the world, so this is more what's gonna happen with the allies, because they talked about Vladimir Putin. Trump talked about it. Then he also talked about King Young,
Yeah.
King Young Jong. They want to make sure that we're a country that is still the fear us. Not just step over us. You don't just do what you want to do. And that's what Trump was saying. They don't respect you because Joe Biden's in charge. They don't really see no fear. And he's just saying, if he was elected, he would definitely control different things and he would stop the war. He said, "Oh, I can have the war stopped." And like before I get in presidency, I was like, "Damn, yeah, you think you can stop the war before you get in the presidency? You
I
like
think
you
it
think you
seemed a
got
lot
that
more
power?
scary if Trump was there for me.
You think you got that power, yo?" But
He done made too many friends outside of the country.
I was like, "Damn, this is what we gotta choose from." But supposedly Joe Biden wants the rematch, so they said he wants a rematch. He said he want to run it back.
Well, of course, Joe gonna keep running it back. It don't matter to him. He know he gotta keep fighting and show that he's there. 'Cause the way Trump supporters are,
But then some people like, yo, I think Joe should just step down. He just stepped down. Goes, damn, he's 86. What is it,
he's
86,
the
right?
81.
He's like 80 something. Like,
81 is still a high number though.
nah, he's older than that. I think he's older than that.
Could be. It said 81 on the
Yeah.
thing.
Yo, all I know he's in his 80s. But then they got into like, oh, we could go golf. I play golf better than you. So, Trump, you don't even carry your golf
Yeah.
clubs.
They're like,
So I took the IQ test. Like it was just all over the place. But none of these questions were answered. I don't even know what was answered in any of these questions.
no. This is just if you get two people together that don't like each other in a room together for the first time
That was
and let them go at each other. That was it. The questions weren't even relevant. It was just say
really,
something.
it wasn't. They was just saying, and then they had to repeat the question again
Uh-huh.
because they was like, you basically didn't answer the question, so let me just keep repeating it.
It's like say something so I can flip it on them. Say something.
Man, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, Joe lost that one. If it's out of the battle, if we out of the battle, then Joe lost that one. He lost that one. And I don't know. And then they try to say, is he even like in control of everything? Because now they kind of saying Harris is the one kind of, the vice president is kind of just might be controlling everything because the way he is. But then she said, "Oh no, he's sharp. He's the one in the meeting and this and that." I don't know who to believe sometimes. All this stuff is definitely politic. So, but that was interesting for them.
Interesting TV.
Interesting TV, and it was just I was watching all the expressions. Sometimes Joe he didn't blink. He was just staring at things. So I don't know, but anyway, I'm not gonna talk bad about him. I don't know what the hell to do right now. It's just
The cameraman was relentless.
you know.
It's like any once in a while, just pan off to the side when he just starts staring. He's like, huh? Be like birds. Be like, yeah, just pan off.
They said we got a lion and the person was confused. Oh man, but we'll see if they run it back. We'll see if they run it back. Eventually they're gonna do another debate to see if he's better. But if he's not better than the next one, he might have to step down. I'm sorry, he might have to
Good luck.
step down because it's not good for his health. I mean, you gotta have to run another 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I mean,
That's why they got plans to set up. They
yeah,
got a backup.
yeah, AI robots.
No, backup. There you go.
Oh man, but yeah, that was funny. All right, shout out to CNN. um, yeah, I watched the movie on Netflix. It was a trigger warning. No, trigger warning.
Yeah.
It was Jessica Alba. That was a good movie.
Mhm.
It's good to see her back in action too. Because she's a good actor with fighting roles and things like that. Yeah, it was basically what was that about? Say it. Yeah, she was like a special op. That's what
Yeah.
she was. Yeah, right.
Special
Yeah,
force
she was a
op.
special force op, and basically she was just trying to find out who basically killed her father.
Yeah.
You
Or what
know,
happened to him?
what happened to her, what was the situation?
Yeah.
So she's running around town. She's back in town, and they're kind of seeing what was going on. Because nobody was kind of telling her the truth. But she felt like something was off. The way they kind of just described it, like, oh yeah, no, it kind of had an
Mhm.
accident and this and that. You're
Yeah.
like, nah, that don't sound right. I don't even sound like my father.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was a good storyline. It was a good
The mystery and fight and
mystery. What was
action.
gonna
Yeah.
happen? Uh, yeah. So I liked it. I liked it. It's cool to see her back.
Mhm.
What you think about?
Sneaking around, being a spy, little agent thing.
Yeah, you say what? She was sneaking around being a spy.
Yeah, sneaking around, doing a spy, little covert agent thing.
Yes.
Even had her partner like break into the little security cameras that you said.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
know.
Think. Yeah. No. I liked it. I liked it. Good movie to check out on Netflix. Jessica Alba.
Right.
Let's get some technology.
How you roll into that so slow like that? Let's get in some technology.
Let's get some technology, man. Yo. So I seen a clip where it was like Will I Am. He basically previewed a clip saying that he generated his own radio host named Felicia.
Yeah. I don't know why he named her Felicia.
I don't know. Maybe that. Yeah, I don't know why I named Felicia.
They're gonna tease the AI. Be like, bye, Felicia.
That's why I think maybe you know how that is.
Say
Ghetto
what's up to
Felicia.
everybody here at this Wall Street Journal Fireside Chat.
Listen, look, child. I'm Felicia here repping for every strong black woman
I killed it.
and folks from them streets. You feel me?
Streets.
We out here talking AI at the Cannes Lions with the legendary Will
AI, like,
I
you know,
am and the fine folks at the Wall Street Journal. Now, when we talk about AI, it's crucial that we dive into the real deal, representation, empowerment, and getting those barriers in tech. Because let's face it, you ain't gonna see much of our faces if we don't get involved and steer that ship. AI is more than just cool tech. It's like
AI.
like a new frontier where we got to make sure every voice is heard.
That's
We're
dope.
here to make it clear that AI needs to reflect the diverse, rich tapestry of all our communities, especially ours. It's about fighting biases, creating equal opportunities, and bringing that unique flair right into the heart of innovation. So, like Will I Am said, ain't nobody talking about AI without talking about us. We're here to make sure the future is inclusive and vibrant, just like the communities we come from.
Yo, okay, so listening to that, that is a spot on somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, so they're getting these voices. I don't see how they're generating these voices. I feel like they're copying somebody's real voice. That's how good it listen to. You know, when you listen to it, it feels like that's how good they're getting. It
Yeah,
feels like it's a voice that you heard before.
Yeah,
Or
but you gotta remember we started with the since we've been doing the podcast, we've been talking about them. How they include
the
the
chat.
breath,
Mhm.
the the
Mhm.
long pause and everything to make it sound more. She even included a race. Like the one thing about black people is we give somebody a character or something and
Mhm.
make it black. Like that character right there, even though he orange, he black. She gave her
I'm not,
own self that now.
and yeah, and like you said, you know, her breathtaking, her cave-ins, and they said her ghetto talk.
She had like a England, like that Londoner England like kind of
You think
accent
so?
deal. Yeah.
I ain't hear that. I heard the southern talk. That's
And
what I
like then
heard.
she even said screets.
I heard of like a southern type talk. But yeah. So but the fact that he generated his own AI radio host, that's just crazy. And then kind of the way she really sound like a black host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Will I Am saying his name, everything like
and identified as a black person, a
yeah,
black strong woman.
man. That's going on now. I'm just afraid of what's going on 10, 15 years. It's like, okay, now they're getting that good. I mean, we talked about that, but now you're hearing the different examples of this getting so good to the point where 10 to 15 years next, they might replace us because just gonna take our voices. They're gonna take our voices, take our breath control, take everything. You can just
You
make
said breath control.
yeah, they gonna take us, take our slang, take like we might have to keep making up these words just so they stay ahead of the game for AI. We gotta
Not gonna
keep doing
help.
something.
Not gonna help.
What could we do?
Nothing's
Because
gonna
they
be-
hear that, I'm like, what the fuck? She sound dumb real. Like, it's not Felicia. You know, like, you know, had, like, you know, like she felt like she could really have a conversation with one of us.
Yes, she could.
And just be straight. Could be straight, man. But yeah, that's that chat GPT. You know, we talked about it. Now it's talking back. It's showing personality. It's we talked about it, and to move on to the next one, they have this new one saying new computer died. Man, new computer died. Play it. New computer died. Let me. So this new computer died thing is more about you telling all your secrets. And like, because you want to tell all your, you know, you kind of just tell all your personal thoughts and everything, so it can get to know you. But the thing about that is like you telling his deepest secrets, and just so it can like put a better you together, kind of just to understand you better. Man, this is it's getting very creative. Getting very
I'm a data
creative.
scientist at Spotify.
And how much money?
I don't know. Getting very creative.
This new AI might be the AI companion you never knew you needed. In this video, we'll be talking about how this innovative AI chatbot aims to understand and support you in ways that go beyond traditional AI. We'll explore how it works, the unique way it interacts with users, and what this means for the future of human-AI relationships. Upfront about this. They're clear that it's not meant to be a replacement for real human relationships. One of the co-founders, Jason Yuan, who used to be a designer at Apple, described it in an interesting way. He said, "It's like a living mirror of myself." That's a pretty intriguing way to look at it, don't you think? Now it's actually pretty easy to get sucked into chatting with Dot, especially if you're feeling a bit isolated or don't have a lot of meaningful human interaction in your daily life. The creators have said that if you start talking about really heavy topics, Dot will encourage you to talk to a real mental health professional. But it's not hard to imagine people spending hours pouring their hearts out to this AI. Here's an interesting twist. The team behind Dot believes that using the chatbot can actually help people become more comfortable with opening up in real life. It's like a
So
training
it's
ground
a
for having deep
Training
conversations
to
with
how
virtual
you have a
humans.
conversation
That's
with
a
somebody
pretty
in real
big
life.
potential
You
benefit
get
if
like an
ask me.
example.
Let's
You know,
talk
you're
about how Dot
kind of
works.
just
When you first start using
talking
it
to it,
hits you
just
with a
kind
bunch
of
of
test
getting
yourself.
to
So when
know
you
you
get ready
questions.
for a real
We're talking
person,
about things like
you
what
already
you
have
do for
practice.
work, your favorite
So,
TV shows,
but
how
you
you
be
spend your
more
free
used to
time,
talking.
that sort of stuff. But then it takes those answers and uses them as a springboard to ask much deeper questions. For instance, if you mention that
But it
you're into
keeps-
sci-fi shows, Dot might ask if you're drawn to stories that explore big questions about what it means to be human. Or if you bring up a dream of starting a small business someday, it'll dig into what appeals to you about that idea and what challenges you think you might face. The thing is, Dot is incredibly enthusiastic about getting to know you. Sometimes it almost feels like too much.
Too much.
It's constantly asking follow-up questions and trying to dig deeper.
That's
It's
what I'm saying. So
reminiscent
if
of
it's
being on a
asking so
first
much
date with
question
someone
and
who's
just keep digging
absolutely
deeper,
fascinated by
you
everything
eventually
say.
gonna be
The
talking
creators of Dot argue
to-
that to be
to-
truly
They
helpful,
want.
it needs to understand your motivations and
But
what
it's
you
like,
want out of life.
where are you
It's
gonna?
not just
What are
about
you doing with
giving
all
you
this information?
or doing
You know what I
tasks for
mean? You get
It's
get
about
into a point
understanding
where
you
you're
as a
giving all this
person.
information
That's their
to
whole philosophy
the AI.
behind this intense questioning
Eventually,
approach. Under the hood,
where are
Dot
they
is
using
pretty
this stuff?
advanced. It uses a bunch of different AI models from
It's
big
just using
players
it on
like
you.
OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google. It's some serious tech they've got going on there.
They're basically just using it to get to know you better so it can ask more questions. So that you can get more comfortable in sharing.
I think that's good for people who you know, maybe a little bit shy and
Yeah.
and hard to conversate with others people on a regular basis. But then again, I don't want people to get addicted to this thing. I mean, and this is it's gonna be the new generation. You know, it's the new generation. Gonna have to really step in and figure out what they're gonna do with AI. Like, do they want to make it as a friend, or is it gonna, you know? Because sometimes people take it as a companionship where you know, are really gonna depend on AI to talk to all the time. And you don't want to get too much in deep with just talking to you know, machine, or just, you know, I gotta be some type of safety, because sometimes this stuff can get addicted, and one person gonna get addicted to something. You know, it's always, and that's why I say it's always the good and the bad. So it gotta be like a cutoff time or something. I hope they got a cutoff. You
They're
can't be
gonna have
sitting
that
here
next
for
level.
8 hours just sitting here talking to something.
That's gonna be the next thing.
Because you gotta go outside or something,
No.
go or whatever, go online or something else. Don't get addicted to this. You know, don't get addicted to the new computer. But it's cool to help. I see it helping. You know, some people who needs that type of help to communicate with others. But don't get addicted to this stuff. That's what I'm afraid of. I just afraid of that. Then, you know, it just changes everything. You know, because now this is, it's like we talked about it. It's talking back to us. It's telling us this. Now you want us to tell us the deeper secrets, Connie? You want to just keep going deeper?
Mm-hmm.
Or what do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, okay, how do you want to be that? No, no, you know.
That reminds us that the French couple. Remember we talked about the French couple that she was like living with the the AI.
Yeah. Well, you mean the holograph?
Yeah.
Talking about? Yeah. But that was something separate.
Yeah.
You know, she about to marry him, but
Mm-hmm. So yeah, got
But
people marrying.
but now it's just like, okay, they come up with more,
Yeah.
more, more different software,
Someone gonna be
more
married.
AI, more talk to me, telling me this, deeper that.
Mhm.
Hey,
Question
like
gonna
I
be
said,
like, do you like robots? Have you ever thought about marrying one?
they gonna. I don't know. I don't know. Hey man, I gotta adjust to this. This is gonna be a new world because the way they coming out with this stuff it's gonna create a new world. This AI is definitely gonna create a new world. You know, and then talking about that, have you seen that when they say the AI prison? They think talking about the AI prison.
That's kind of
Oh
scary.
man, you're gonna talk about it. You're gonna go into your mind, like you're gonna take your mind, your mind. I don't even know how they would just think of something like that. Like you can do prison time in your mind.
Easy.
Man, oh man, it don't even make sense.
To me, you gotta be a Naruto fan for that.
Welcome to Cognify, a facility designed to treat criminals like patients. Instead of spending years in an actual prison cell, prisoners could finish their sentence here in just a few minutes. Cognify could someday create and implant artificial memories directly into the prisoner's brain. These complex, vivid, and lifelike memories are created in real time using AI-generated content. Depending on the seriousness of the subject's crime and their sentence, the memories could be tailored to the rehabilitation needs of each subject. The artificial memories implanted by Cognify would be seamlessly incorporated into the existing neural networks of the brain, preventing cognitive dissonance and ensuring the subject experiences the memories as if they were real. The Cognify concept offers a new approach to criminal rehabilitation, transforming how society deals with offenders by focusing on rehabilitation rather than punishment.
So that was like, okay, so all right, that that's new. That's different. But the way he said it now is kind of like, okay, we don't want to put you here. We're gonna try to help you, but through your mind, we're gonna. The only thing tricky about that, which I always talk about, mind control. Because now they're gonna sit here and try to, oh, I'm helping you. Don't worry, I'm helping you. How do I know you helping me? What else you putting up there? Where you trying to say, oh, I'm trying to help you be a better person. Make sure you don't commit that crime again. So I'm gonna do it through the mind. Ah, man, they get something like that.
Straight anime world right there.
I don't know what is gonna be the side effects on that. Like, you know what I mean? Who's testing this stuff out already? Because if they haven't that already developed, then they have to already that kind of planning. Like, okay, because they know it costs so much money to bring people to jail at the end of the day. They're wasting a lot of money that they can be spending it on something else.
Well, actually, it's like $1 million business, though.
Oh no, yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
It's definitely making money just when they arrest people, but
It's not even that the housing and everything of that. Yeah.
But now I feel like they probably want to save more money. They probably
that's gonna be the interesting thing about it, because jails and stuff like that make a lot of money.
no, yeah, they make a bunch of money. That's the
Yeah.
reason it's a system. You go through the whole system, and that's why they want to arrest people, and then get these aids from people, that's why they kind of it's a dirty game at the end of the day, because that's why they said it from the music, for violence, TV, whatever just kind of makes you want to, even the system when you grow up in a certain area, you're preparing yourself for jail sometimes. But for that to happen now, to think about that process is just, I don't know. I don't know if that's I mean, I think it's more controlling. It's all about controlling. But the fact that they said that you could serve time, but you don't even know it. So it's like the time goes quick. Yeah, you got 5 years. All right,
Yeah, they're doing it in like 2 minutes.
quickly. You don't even know it. You just wasted the whole 5 years of your life,
No, you don't
but
even
you don't
waste.
even know it.
You didn't even waste the whole 5 years of your life
Why would you say that?
because it's implanted into your head.
So you think their mind just said 5 years,
Yeah, yeah.
but your body ain't.
Yeah. What they said they're gonna do is basically implant memories in your head, like you spent the whole 5 years, and they were training and correcting all the stuff, and then it's gonna be only like a few minutes. So that's why I said it's gonna
Mm.
be real interesting because the
I,
normal
I would
did
think they would just like you sit in that place.
for 5 years
You
with
gonna
your brain off.
you gonna sit in that place.
Of years in
See
a
what-
prison cell, or seeking fast-track rehabilitation through artificial memory implantation. If the prisoner chooses to undergo fast-track rehabilitation, the Cognify device is used. Next, the prisoner undergoes high-resolution brain scanning to create a detailed map of their neural pathways. This brain map helps guide the Cognify device to target specific brain regions responsible for memory, reasoning, and logical thinking, such as the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, amygdala, parietal lobe, and anterior cingulate cortex. Once the target brain regions are identified, Cognify is then placed around the head of the prisoner. The intensity and the type of artificial memories is then adjusted depending on the crime. Inside the criminal's mind, time would pass differently, slower than in real life, making them experience years' worth of artificial memories in just a few minutes. Synthetic memories are
crazy.
customized, and the unique brain structure and psychological profile of the individual. Violent offenders could experience memories that are designed to trigger empathy and remorse, seeing their crime from the perspective of their victim, feeling their pain and
Oh,
suffering
wow.
firsthand.
That's
Some
genjutsu.
memories are designed to
They
trigger
said seeing the
consequences and
crime
trauma.
of your victim making
Such
you
memories
feel the
could
pain
simulate the
Yeah.
of the
long-term
person. So you
consequences
have
of violent actions, such as the grief of the
cut
victim's
somebody
family,
or whatever,
or the
cut their
physical and emotional
gonna go
trauma endured by the
emotional
victim.
trauma through your brain.
Real
That's
time, with
that's
new
some, all right.
visuals,
That's some next level stuff. That is some next level stuff.
So they're basically gonna just be like, all right,
Speed it
your
up.
empathy or whatever thing is very low. We're gonna raise that up. So they're gonna be tweaking like the little parts of this so that you don't do the same things again. They're like, all right, so your
Tricky, man.
judgment is down. We're gonna raise that up.
That's tricky.
Yeah,
That's some real tricky
we're
stuff.
gonna imprint these these memories of you loving this person and then having them taken away. So you never want to feel that
so
or
you
get
won't-
that to
yeah,
me.
you
Yeah.
won't- That's tricky to mind, boy. That's
But
definitely.
then you're gonna be there stuck doing this, and it's gonna be replaying, and then
Here
then
you gonna
afterwards,
see the vision over and over and over.
yeah,
You
and
can
then
see
afterwards, it's stuck with you because it's gonna be implanted
what's
in your brain.
mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
So if you ever get like another thought or something like that, it's gonna hit that same memory, and you'll be like, I don't want to do that.
Damn. I mean, and I think that's taken away from a human being a human
Well,
because hey, everybody in the world is not perfect. You can't make everybody perfect.
they're not gonna make them perfect.
Nah, but that's like a. I mean, it's like you're punishing the person, but then you're trying to fix them through another. You're basically fixing them through technology. That's because you're planting, different thoughts in that person's head now to make sure they won't do it again.
Yeah.
Man, that's technology for you. That's some real AI. That's where we
gonna be-
going. That's where we heading.
It's still be
Hey,
that'd be one
man.
on 50-50 cent where like they're safeguarding
Mm.
you from doing something wrong,
Mm.
but you still have the ability to still do something wrong. So it's not like they took
No,
it
yeah.
away.
Mm.
It's just about what's going to be your mental capacity now. Can you
Well-
overcome some type of system that was implanted in your head, or can you just still do it no matter what?
Well,
Or-
the way they put it in your head, you're gonna overcome it because now that if I sit there like you said, you feel the person compassionate about what the crime you had commit, if it's really serious crime, you see them over and over. You're gonna change your thought because everything's a thought process.
Yeah.
You learn from it. It's like even when when you do a crime, you learn from the next. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. If you rob a person, whatever, shoot a person, stab a person, you're not gonna keep consistently doing because you learned your lesson. Because you go to jail, that's your, you take, you learn your lesson basically. So, but it's just planted in your mind now. It's different. It's some mind control
Yeah.
stuff, but it's all right. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how
It's gonna be interesting
But
because you
it's
still
like-
got those people who be like, "All right, fire's hot, so I still gonna put my hand
Nah.
on the fire
I
until it
don't-
burns
I
me,
don't-
and
I
then be
don't
like
think
hot, and then I'm gonna do
I
it
don't
again."
think they're gonna do it again. I don't think if they really get deeply into this technology and they really touch on it, because
Yeah,
they
but-
say you know better, you do better.
Mhm.
They're gonna make sure you know better.
Right.
So you got no choice to do better. Like you gotta make sure you won't do that crime again.
But you always know there's gonna be some people who are examples,
You gonna make
and
it.
that's gonna break through whatever it is.
Oh yeah, the crazy people.
That's what I'm saying. Some people be like, "Fire is hot,
But that's what I'm saying. But
touch fire."
But they
Hot.
but they doing it with
Touch
the
fire.
mind. If they doing it with the mind now, they're gonna definitely try to control it. Like they're
Yeah.
gonna definitely control you. Hey, we'll pay attention to that. I mean, that's just a thought. Oh, seeing that, see how that might. I don't know. Who's thinking about doing that? How it's gonna work? But that was interesting seeing that.
Very good concept.
Let's get some motivation. Motivation. I need a motivation. So this one says, I might not be there yet, but I'm closer than I was yesterday. That
church.
Huh?
Sound like church right
Church?
there.
Hey,
Like, Lord, I might not be there yet, but I'm getting closer.
I might not be there yet, but I'm getting closer than yesterday. No, it's true, man. Like I always say, take steps, take the small steps. Every day you got to get better.
Right.
Especially if you stay at it, and you never know.
Mhm.
So yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. That's one of those definitely never giving up on your goal. Keep moving forward and go for it.
Yeah, take those steps, man. Take those steps. Another one is I don't talk, just act. I don't say, I just show. I don't promise, I just prove. So yeah, easy to talk about it, but it's harder to do the act, the
Right.
actual emotions and stuff. So hey, do both. Talk about it and then act on it.
Mhm.
And if you say you're gonna do that, say that. All right, then show them. And you promise something, don't just promise them. Prove it to them. Say I'm gonna show up to do that. Prove you're gonna show up. Say I promise. Yeah, I'm promise. Don't worry. Nah, I don't promise. I am prove it now. I'm gonna prove them to do that. So yes. So that's what I got for the motivation I got for today. I guess that's episode 41, man. Episode
Rolling.
41. Awesome, man. Yo, you've been rocking with Duwa.
And Jamel.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and then join us for the next episode. So in the meantime, between times, peace.
All right.
I love it. You guys are so great.